What's up, guys? This is Automotive Anonymous, and what I do is car reviews 0 to 60s with the GPS and other cool stuff. So if you like my content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to help the channel grow. Otherwise, we're getting right into it. This is the 2023 Subaru Forester Touring, aka the pinnacle of the Forester. It's the top of the 6 trim levels. This one was sparked by Twin Falls Subaru in Southern Idaho. It's below MSRP, so I'll link it below if you guys are interested. Otherwise, let's get right into it. We're gonna do a walk around the specs, driving impressions 0 to 60, and final thoughts, so see if it's worth your time and money. This is the 5th generation of the Forester. They started in 2019. You can see it has the refreshed front end. That started just the last year. There's a reason that Subaru sells 154 to 180,000 of these a year in the United States, is because they're fantastic. Being the Touring, it would start at about $36,500, but after destination and a few other small goodies, it's closer to $38,500. It's a 2.5 boxer we'll get into shortly. And then these are 15 feet long, 6 feet wide, 5.5 feet tall. They weigh about 3,500 pounds, which is conveniently the same as a baker's dozen of healthy warthogs. 8.7 inches of ground clearance is what you get. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive is very fantastic and confidence inspiring if you live in the mountains, if you drive through a lot of snow like I do. These handle really well. They do have an all-season tire. It's a 225/55/18, so on the Touring you sacrifice a little bit of sidewall for a really nice appealing wheel. I think it's worth the trade-off because this still rides so darn fantastically. You get chrome accents throughout, including on the roof rails. Not too bad. And with 26 city, 33 highway, a 16.6 gallon tank, you can go up to 550 miles on a highway excursion, which is not too bad. Has a spare steel temporary tire in the back. LED headlights are very bright. You can see it doesn't have the front facing camera like the Wilderness would have. You do have kind of those brushed aluminum side mirrors, but unlike the Touring, Ascent, and Outback I reviewed, those don't fold in when you lock up the vehicle and set the alarm. You do have the stage 3 or the 3rd generation eyesight cameras. Other than that, proximity key, you can lock it right here. You can unlock it right there when you're holding it and you're trying to get back in. And let's get in the car. To the door panel, we have a lot of goodies. You don't really get the carbon fiber trim on this Forester, but you get more of a lunar moon landing surface, which is cool. Kind of brushed aluminum, memory seats for 1 and 2. You can fit, and this has been certified, very well tested about 5 minutes ago, 11 fingers in this puppy if you needed to. You could fit a Pringles and some extra long length gummy worms. You have the Harman Kardon system right there. A baby size Subaru on the door sill plate. It's actually the smallest one they could find is what I've read. Touring on the floor mats, the logo, the design is pretty cool. Rubberized pedals, hood release, fuse box. All the settings, all the options, nothing is blank here. You do have auto start stop, but you have to turn it on every time you start the car. Turp reset, ventilation, all the goodies. You have 10-way power seats with lumbar support. Really nice leather. For being a Touring though, it doesn't extend like the Ascent and the Outback do. Let's fire this puppy up. Gauges look really nice. You got the paddle shifters behind the heated wheel. You're gonna wanna leave that on because it's a great option. Got the mini paddles right here to go through the center display. And then you got the info button right here to go through the upper display. And then the 8-inch touchscreen on this one. You do have a CD player, which is fantastic. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, physical buttons, hazards. Down here you got a 12-volt, 2 USBs, and an aux. Piano black around the shifter. You can drop it down, slap it over, and play musical simulated gears with the CVT if your heart desires. Deep snow and mud, snow and dirt, normal mode. So you have the 2-stage X mode, electronic parking brake, auto vehicle hold, heated seats, and that's where the camera button would be if you had the Wilderness. You have 2 nice cup holders, a pencil holder, and a decent size center console with a 12-volt in there. Up top you have electronic compass, the home link buttons for your garage door, and auto dimming mirrors right there, which also work on the side mirrors, which is a feature I really like on my Outback. And then because it's the Forester, you have the giant sliding moonroof, which is great. And then the sunglasses holder up here. But let's get to the back. Let's sit behind ourselves, see how we like the back seat of the Forester. Door panel looks equally nice back here. You got the nice stitching, soft touch material, another 11 finger handle with the kind of a little lip you can grab. And then down here you could probably fit 2 baked potatoes stacked on top of each other, maybe a small, you know, jar of sour cream, some bacon bits, and then a little baggie of cheese if you need. It doesn't say Harman Kardon on the speakers, but we know what it has. Another baby-sized Subaru on the door sill. You have this kind of grip right here in case you need to stand on it to get to the roof rails. And then really nice seats with the 60-40 split. It's easy to drop. They're light, they're easy to maneuver. Sitting behind herself, got the double map pocket and the pamphlets. We have heated seats, 2.1 amp USBs, ventilation, and center armrest with 2 cup holders. Not bad. Who's gonna be the backseat driver? Only responsible drivers and backseat drivers sitting in the back seats. If they're not gonna be a backseat driver, put them in the middle. They can deal with it. Otherwise, it's a really nice view from back here. You can see LED lightings up front and above you. Look at that flashing. Very cool. Back here, under the Subaru, we have a one-touch lift. You also have the pin code. I have a video on how to set that. It's a really cool feature so that you can get in and out of your vehicle if you don't have keys. This, of course, is the key you come with. Let's open it. Roughly 30 cubic feet of storage back here with the seats up. If you drop the front seats like this, you can get about 75. You could car camp back here. You could haul a bunch of totes back here. This one, again, has the all-weather floor mat option, and then it has the cargo spot, the cargo bag you can set up. Harman Kardon subwoofer back there, more tie downs on each corner, and then a little bit of storage behind the rear wheel. You got some storage down here. You can hide a blanket, emergency kit, some tools, whatever you need. And then once you lift this up, you get this temporary use spare tire, the eye bolt hole, all the tools. And you could fit just a tiny bit more stuff there, but it needs to be slender. You can also fit the privacy shade under there as well. One touch to lower, or you could lock the vehicle. We're just gonna lower it this time. Gas door on the passenger side. Door panel basically looks the same as the driver's side. Got the double map pockets, pamphlets, really nice floor mats, and our backpack safe. This is a 5-star top safety pick plus, so you know you're gonna be in good shape. Riding shotgun, what can you fit and what do you get? Really nice big door panel. It opens quite wide. You're missing some of those power options so that the driver has just a little bit more control than you, I suppose. This one, again, you can see is a little bit under MSRP right there. You got the 8-way power adjustment. You just don't have the same lumbar support. No embroidery or stamping in the headrest, but it does look good. And locking glove box. It's fairly well sized, but there's no USBs back here. Let's go around and pop the hood. All right, what's under it? Under the hood, you got the well-known 2.5 Boxer. Makes 182 horse, about 176 pound-feet of torque, and everything is easy to get to, and it's very well thought out, very well designed. Coolant, oil fill, oil filter, windshield washer, brake fluid, battery, positive terminal, negative terminal. Everything is easy to get to. Again, the alternators are up top, the dipstick. It has that nice engine cover with some heat extraction features. Ventilation goes through the grill, through the filter, and right into the engine. You can see just how simple it is. Upper intake manifold, the head, the cover. Yeah, it's a really good engine. They do quite well for what they are. Drop the hood. It's time to teleport inside and take it for a drive. See what this baby can do. Initial driving impressions of the Forester Touring, or this is the Pinnacle Forester. It's a really fun ride. It's really enjoyable to be in the cockpit or the cabin of this Forester. Visibility, of course, is fantastic like all the other ones. Really nice soft touch materials throughout. The heated steering wheel feels great, although it's not as good as some of the Chevys I've been in lately. the leather seats, I think they feel really comfortable. The Harman Kardon speaker system sounds really good. I'd say if you're not planning to buy that speaker system, don't test drive one that has it because it'll leave you wanting it. Armrest comfort is great. Same with the center console. It does feel like the center console is back just a little bit, but with the height of it, it kind of keeps your drinks out of the way. You're not fingering the lids, you're not bumping into the shifter, you're not pushing buttons on accident. It's just right where it needs to be. The 8-inch screen looks good. I do really like having those physical buttons for all the HVAC features. Having the cubby underneath is easy to get to, especially with the plugins. You could easily fit most size phones down there. Road noise is not that bad. I think the Foresters are similar to the Outbacks in their presentation on the road. I think they do a really good job. Having a slightly shorter wheelbase though than something like the Outback or the Ascent, you do feel bumps just a little bit more, but the 8.7 inches of suspension with the shocks and everything that Subaru has on this platform, it's very comfortable. Even on gravelly type of roads and very, very light trails, the Forester does a fantastic job. You do have a little bit less sidewall on the Touring trim where you have an inch less sidewall for the larger rim. But overall, the system as a whole is developed really well. Mirrors are large, visibility again is just great on this. Knowing you have all the safety features, the turn signals on the mirror, the blind spot monitoring. Here I have it set on some more safety features. You can see the reverse automatic braking is on, accident avoidance, automatic braking, things like that. The EyeSight Gen 3 system is on. It's really cool. Show you a little bit of a secret. If you want to go into cruise control without EyeSight, you push that button and then you hold this and watch what happens. And now if we were to do cruise control, it would be without the basic EyeSight for adaptive features. But let's get to our 0 to 60. Let's see what this puppy can do. 0 to 60, of course, traction control's off. We are in Sport Sharp mode. I'm going to brake rev the CVT. Density altitude's about 3,300 feet right now, so the vehicle's down on power about 11 to 13%. Let's see what it can do. I'll verbalize the 0 to 60, and then the bottom left of the GPS graph to follow will show the way it would be rated by the magazine doing the exact same test. That's without the foot of rollout. Here we go. CVT held its RPM. The engine sounds decent for what it is. 0 to 60, the true time came in at 9.59 seconds, so I would imagine you'll see the bottom left of the graph is probably in the 9.2 ballpark. Let's get to our final thoughts. Final thoughts of the 23 Forester Touring. It is an awesome offering by Subaru. At under 40 grand, it's 10 grand less than the average new vehicle. And it's a lot nicer than the average new vehicle. It has many amenities. The only thing it's maybe lacking is more power if you want a turbo engine like some of the other Subarus offer. But otherwise, it looks beautiful. The brilliant bronze is really a nice color in person. It's safe, it's capable. It's gonna last a lot of years, probably completely trouble-free, knowing the history of these and how well they do. If you like my content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. There's so much good stuff coming. If you want this vehicle or one like it, check out the link below. And otherwise, guys, like always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you take care and have a fantastic week. See ya!